Hi, good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are today on this beautiful Wednesday. Happy almost summer. My name is Susan Johnson. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner. I'm also the founder of the Kick Cancer Movement, and I'm a presidential diamond with doTERRA essential oils. Many of you know that I really use this space to educate and empower other people to live their healthiest life. And a lot of times I focus on healing through cancer, talking about just the importance of maintaining a physical, emotional, spiritual health in that space that can be otherwise pretty destructive, right? So we walked through cancer with my son, which just allowed me to research and learn all the things that I could do to help support his body. He's healthy and thriving now. And one of the main things that we did was we used nutrition. That was the foundation of keeping him healthy. So before we get started, I want to just share a couple things with you, but I ask that you share this. Every single one of us knows somebody that is fighting cancer or that has fought cancer, or perhaps you have a different disease or a different illness. Maybe you're struggling with inflammation. And no matter what you're walking through, health-wise, nutrition is always the foundation. So go ahead and share this now, and hopefully it'll bless and help and empower other people, including your friends and family. So I want to just touch on two things specifically today. But first, let me explain that this is something that's kind of new in science. I've known about it for a while, but of course now it's becoming a little bit more of mainstream news, that your genetic expression can be changed through food. It's pretty fascinating, right? So your food can actually turn on or off certain genetic expressions. So many of you are familiar with the MTHFR mutation. That's basically a mutation that's become super common, and it has everything to do with the inability to properly detox. However, if you find out that you have the MTHR mutation, hi Erin, then you can go to a practitioner, and they can put you on a protocol with nutritious supplements. They're using nutrients to help reprogram your genes and reprogram some of those healthy cells. It's incredible, super fascinating. So that's kind of the basis of what I want to explain. And the blog post that I linked to in the title of this video has all of the details and actually more specific information about how these foods can fight cancer. So let's talk about two things today. I want to talk about the immune system, and then I want to talk about dark leafy greens. Number one, the immune system, the majority of it is actually located in your mucosal lining inside of your gut. Okay, so your gut houses the majority of your immune system. In fact, researchers say now that it's upwards of 80 to 90% of your immune system is in your gut. So right there, that should tell you that the foods that we're eating can either fight disease or feed it, right? If we're fighting cancer, our immune system needs to be strong. We have to elevate our immune system. We have to have really strong antibodies to help us fight. So we have to be really aware of certain foods to contribute to that. One thing that I would say, you've heard me share about it here before, is bone broth. Healthy, homemade, organic bone broth. That is a really helpful nutrient to support the immune system and the integrity of the immune system inside the gut. Now, if you click the link in this title of this video to the blog post, you'll be directed to my blog that I wrote, Enlisted Bone Broth, and you can find my recipe on how to make it. It's a lot easier than you might think. There's also companies out there now that produce a decent quality broth, but of course, homemade is always better, right? And I think you'll be surprised at how easy it is. So number one, bone broth. So supportive of a healthy immune system because it's supporting the integrity of the mucosal lining inside of your gut. Now, number two, hi Callie, is I want to talk about a property that is in dark leafy greens. And I never say it right, but it's called glucosinolates. It's a hard one. Glucosinolates, and I could be pronouncing it incorrectly. I actually remember studying this when I was in school for nutrition, and I remember being kind of astounded that this is a nutrient really present in dark leafy greens. And I remember learning at the time when I was in nutrition that this particular nutrient could help reprogram cells. And I thought, that's amazing. How fascinating that there is a nutrient found in dark leafy greens that can reprogram a cell. So specifically, what this does is it can help reprogram the cancer cells. That's huge. So we know that greens are healthy, right? Greens, we've been told since we were little, eat your greens, eat your greens. So they are healthy, and this is giving you a really, really solid reason why. Now, I encourage you to eat your dark leafy greens lightly sauteed, not overcooked, and raw can be really hard on your digestive system. So the best way to eat them is to saute them really lightly in some butter or ghee and eat them before they get too hot, all the nutrients cooked out. And when you eat them raw, it can destroy some of the digestive abilities in your body, but it also is really hard when you're fighting cancer to break down the fibers in raw vegetables. So Morgan's asking about the Juice Plus gummies. You know, I say eat your veggies and fruits raw or cooked. You know, it's not ideal to take them in a supplement version. It's going to be better than nothing, but I would encourage you to try to hide some veggies, hide some greens, fruits in smoothies is a really good way to get them into your kids. It's a really great question. So thank you guys for hopping on here. Really, just to summarize, it's important for you to know that food can change the genetic expression in your body. So specifically, you can help your body fight cancer by using nutrition. And I want you to click on the link in the title to read more, and you're going to find my top 5 favorite foods to fight cancer and why. Thank you guys for joining. I will see you next week.